Hey everybody, Brad Dieter from Asgard Fit here. It is Sunday, which means grocery shopping and meal prep day. So I just kind of wanted to show you guys when I go to the grocery store, stuff that I would buy and eat on a weekly basis. I'll kind of break it down by proteins, carbs, and vegetables, and then some healthy fats. I'll even show you guys a receipt so you can see how much it actually costs to eat healthy like this. And then I am going to start meal prepping, and I will show you guys a video at the very end of everything we cooked for the week. So we've got, see if you can see this, we've got some chicken leg quarters. They were on sale this week. So sometimes I'll buy chicken breasts, sometimes I'll buy chicken legs, thighs, just kind of depends. It doesn't really matter a whole lot, just something like that. And then I also bought a pork loin so I can roast the whole thing at once and then cut it up and have it for the week. There's 2 dozen omega-3 eggs. These you can actually get pretty cheap. I think these were $2.69 a dozen, so it's really not that bad depending on where you shop. We've got a whole range of carbohydrates. We've got some sweet potatoes. We've got some oats. I always buy these. These are really good for post-workout stuff. I buy these in bulk because they're 69 cents a pound, so that's pretty cheap, which is nice. We've got some fruit. We've got bananas, apples. We've got a bunch of veggies. We've got some onions that I'm going to pre-dice all these up so I can throw them in my eggs in the morning. Some peppers. Some avocados. These are really good for snacks or some healthy fats in the morning. We've got carrots. I like carrots as a vegetable. They're super cheap. They're chock full of vitamins. And then we've also got some romaine lettuce, so I'll have to wash that up pretty quick. And then I also bought some almond milk. Just like to, whenever I'm making a protein shake or something, I like to use this. Sometimes I'll use regular milk, but usually it's almond milk. Have to have some coffee for the week. Usually I'll go with a local roast, but this was on sale for $4.99 this week at the store, so I went ahead and bought that. And then you guys can actually see a receipt, so that's everything I bought. And total price, 56 bucks. So hopefully this is a whole week's worth of food for 56 bucks, which breaks it down to, less than $10 a day. So anyway, hope you guys enjoy this, and we'll see you on the other side of meal prep. So here we've got our chicken quarters laid out on a pan, and then we've also got our roast laid out on a pan. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this stuff. It's just Chinese five-spice powder. You can get it pretty much anywhere. I'm going to sprinkle some salt on top of these and some pepper, both of them. I'm going to throw some of this on both of them. And then I'm going to stick them in the oven at, let's go, 425. I always like to put stuff in a hot oven, and then I'll probably turn it down to 375 and wait until they're done. And here we've got the sweet potatoes. Sometimes I'll chop them up and toss them in some like coconut oil and cinnamon and cook them. This week I'm just actually going to roast them whole, so I can just take the whole things with me to work when I go. Alright, so we just pulled out the chicken thighs, and they are done. You can see I poked one of them, and you can tell when the thighs are done when you poke them and the juice runs clear, so that's a good way to check. So we'll wait for the pork to get done, and the potatoes, we'll pull those out. We'll chop up some chicken and some pork, we'll mix them together, and we will then start prepping the actual meals, putting them in containers, and we're getting ready for the week. Alright, so the pork finished, I took it out. I usually like to cook my pork a little more on the done side, especially if I'm going to be letting it sit in my meal containers. I would just rather be a little safe, especially if I know that it's going to be coming and going from the office. So pulled it out, sliced it into really thin rounds. I'm going to throw that in with my potatoes and my carrots and my lettuce and stuff for the week. So I will show you guys the rest of the meal when it's finished. Alright, so here we are with the prep meals. I went ahead and put some meat, some veggies, some fat, and some carbohydrate in each meal. Just because where I'm at in my training cycle right now, most of it's going to be pretty balanced meals. There's going to be some of each in all of them. So there's some meals with pork, some meals with chicken. So I've got about 8 meals made right here. You can see they're all a hodgepodge collection of containers. You can go to Costco and get a big uniform set, but I just have never done that. I've just been slowly collecting them over time. And I have all my chopped lettuce that I will also take with me, and we'll usually toss some of the meat in with the salad and get some good greens in. So this is a pretty quick, easy way to prep meals for the week. If you'll notice, there's really not a whole lot of breakfast food. I do like cooking, so I try to make my breakfast every day, but that's what this is for. This is just, I pre-chopped all those onions and peppers, so in the morning when I wake up, I can just throw those in a pan with a little bit of olive oil and my eggs. So I've really got like a good quick scramble that takes me about 4 minutes to make in the morning. So that's that. There's also some leftover food that I'll use for dinners this week. So here's 2 pieces of chicken, and here's the rest of the pork that's left over. So those will probably be my dinners for the week, just because that way when I get home I don't have to think. So we will catch you guys next week. Here is the meal prep, and next week's tip will probably work on some different type of meal prep. So thanks for tuning in, and we'll catch you next week.